All 9 Red Scabbards explained. Part 4, Raizo. Raizo of the Mist is a skilled ninja and Kozuki Oden's 6th follower. Raizo's story goes back to over 40 years ago, where he was a part of the Shogun's Oniwabanshu, but left after Akunoichi rejected him. He then hid in Udan Forest, where rumors started spreading about a bandit who would kidnap women and beat men to death. When Oden passed through the forest on his way to Kuri, Raizo, who was tired of living in the shadows, reveals himself and becomes Oden's next follower. Fast forward to after Oden's death, where Raizo's the only one of the 4 Scabbards who traveled into the future to initially make it to Zou and reunite with Dogstorm and Cat Viper. Shortly after, Jack the Drow, one of Kaido's lead performers, arrives at the island and asks the Minks to hand over Raizo. The Minks claim they do not know him, and the two parties go into battle. During all this, Raizo was chained up to the road poneglyph to prevent him from giving himself away or interfering with the battle. After the Straw Hats saved the Minks and are showed the road poneglyph, Raizo goes along Kinemon's group to Wano. Now into Raizo's powers. Raizo is the user of the Scroll Fruit, which allows him to store objects into scrolls for later use. Such objects include water, fire, and clones. These scrolls are so strong that one was able to completely absorb Kaido's blast breath before releasing the attack back on him. Raizo is also shown to be adept at ninjutsu, such as when he used the paralysis jutsu, though it's unknown whether or not this attack is using a power separate from his devil fruit or haki. Being a ninja, Raizo was also incredibly stealthy and was able to sneak into Udan prison without being detected. Raizo was also very skilled at using shuriken, seen when he perfectly raced the kanji for shinobi through his throwing stars. Despite being gifted physically, however, Raizo has absolutely no talent in attracting women. Being rejected was what caused him to leave the Oniwabanshu in the first place, and he outwardly showed his jealousy of Kin and Oden for having loving wives. Back to the story. In Wano, Raizo infiltrates Udan prison after Luffy is arrested and works with Caribou of all people to steal the keys and jam the transponder snails of the prison. After finding Kawamatsu's keys and katana, Raizo frees his fellow Red Scabbard and helps speed up the beast pirates stationed at Udan. Following this infiltration, the prisoners, who are all former samurai of the Kozuki clan, join the alliance in their fight against Kaido and Orochi. Next, during the raid of Onigashima, Raizo fights Kaido with the Red Scabbards, but the attempt is fruitless and the samurai are defeated. After Law transports the Red Scabbards down and they regain consciousness, Raizo squares off with Fukuro Kuju, the leader of Orochi's Oniwabanshu. They fight off each other with their ninjutsu, Raizo using his clones, and Fukuro Kuju using his massive earlobes. The fight concludes with the two holding each other off in a paralysis jutsu. With the flames caused by Kanjuro slowly approaching, it turns into a battle of willpower of who can handle the fire the longest. And of course, Raizo comes out victorious. After the raid, Raizo fights Greenbull alongside the other samurai. In this battle, Raizo is struck by one of Greenbull's vines and gets his nutrients sucked out of him. However, after the Admiral retreats after feeling Shanks' haki, Raizo was able to make a full recovery. Raizo ends his story by continuing to serve the Kozuki clan as one of Kozuki Momonosuke's mighty vassals.